Hello everyone, I am Fahmida Akhtar Moon and welcome to my video. In this video, I am going to talk about the effect of devaluation. So before we get started, we have to know about what is devaluation mean. Devaluation is an economic policy by a country's government to weaken the value of its currency within a fixed exchange rate system, in which a monetary authority formally sets a lower exchange rate of the national currency in relation to a foreign reference currency. Now we are going to explain the types of devaluation, and here is a short explanation about it. First, external devaluation. An external devaluation happens when a country operating with a fixed or semi-fixed exchange rate system decides to deliberately lower the external value of their currency against one or a range of other currencies. Second, internal devaluation. Internal devaluation happens when a country seeks to regain and improve price competitiveness through lowering their wage cost and increasing productivity and not reducing the external value of their exchange rate. Third, comparative devaluation. Comparative devaluations occur when a country deliberately intervenes to drive down the value of their currency to provide a competitive boost to demand and jobs in their export. And last of all, we are going to explain fiscal devaluation. Fiscal devaluation aims to lower taxes, especially ones related to productivity, so local industry will be more competitive against foreign industry without direct currency devaluation. Now we are going to explain some consequences of devaluation. First, imports become more expensive and exports become more competitive and lucrative. These in turn must have a positive impact on the trade account balance. Second, a devalued currency might also encourage a greater quantity of export from that country. It has been a stumbling block for growth in case of developing economies. It can also result in an inflationary pressure on the domestic economy. It can result in the increase of cost of production of all those commodities that extensively depend on imported inputs. Last, domestic companies that have taken international loans will face greater servicing cost. So a question arises in our mind that why a country would pursue a policy of devaluation. Below we look at the three top reasons why a country would pursue a policy of devaluation. 1. To boost exports. On a world market, goods from one country must compete with those from all other countries. On the other hand, a more valuable currency makes exports relatively more expensive for purchase in foreign markets. In other words, exporters become more competitive in a global market. Exports are encouraged while imports are discouraged. Second, to shrink trade deficits. Exports will increase and imports will decrease due to exports becoming cheaper and imports more expensive. This favors an improved balance of payments as exports increase and imports decrease. Shrinking trade deficits. Persistent deficits are not uncommon today, with the United States and many other nations running persistent imbalances year after year. Last of all, to reduce sovereign debt burdens. A government may be incentivized to encourage a weak currency policy if it has a lot of government-issued sovereign debt to service on a regular basis. Now let us consider devaluation on the part of the home country. The equilibrium is altered and the impact effect on price levels is obtained by differentiating with respect to R. Let's break down the meaning of these equations. First equation implies that the change in the price level with respect to the money supply is positively related to the change in the exchange rate and the money demand relative to the nominal income. In simpler terms, an increase in the exchange rate, money supply or money demand relative to nominal income leads to an increase in the price level. Second equation suggests that the change in the price level with respect to the money supply is inversely related to the square of the interest rate and the change in the money supply relative to nominal income. Overall, these equations are part of a model that describes how changes in the money supply, exchange rate, interest rate, and nominal income can affect the price level in an economy. Next, this part describes the effects of changes in the demand for money on the home country and the rest of the world in the context of international economics. 1. Increase in the home country's demand for money. This implies that people in the home country want to hold more money. As a result, the home country's money supply increases, and consequently, the home country's monetary base also increases. Second, decreases in the rest of the world's demand for money. This indicates that people in the rest of the world want to hold less money. As a consequence, the money supply in the rest of the world decreases, leading to a decrease in the monetary base in the rest of the world. In the long run, a dynamic mechanism comes into play. This dynamic mechanism helps to reach a new equilibrium, which eventually leads to a cessation of money flows disappear. This means that over time, the changes in the demand for money in both the home country and the rest of the world will settle into a new balance, which stabilizes the flow of money between them. This is the last part of my video. Here we see some corrective action to be taken to mitigate the effect of devaluation. First, exports must be provided a boost through relaxation of strict rules, removal of policy barriers, and other structural changes. Foreign portfolio investment must be encouraged. Next, interest rates must be kept attractive to ensure that exchange rate fluctuations have a lesser impact on investment. Thanks to all for watching this video. Hopefully it might help you all, and this is all for today. See you to the next video. If you enjoy my video, please do subscribe my channel and like and share my video.